We have predominantly been a bakery ingredient manufacturer, but over time the bakery market has changed. So we have adapted our product range and broadened our product range into other food manufacturing, which got us into food service, which got us into a number of other areas. But we've always had a strategy within the business that says no one customer is allowed more than 12.5% of contribution. So it is a deliberate decision to broaden our product portfolio and our customer portfolio so we aren't reliant on any one customer, any one market. And that has been vital for our growth. In the last 10 years, we have doubled sales, we've doubled employee numbers, and we've over doubled profit.
What we seek to do is go work with our customers, get into our customers' environment. And we tend to do that on the basis of cross-functional teams. And there's a great number of examples of that where we would have a food technologist, a supply chain specialist and a marketeer visiting a customer to work through their process from when a product, an ingredient arrives right through to it ends up in a retail format. How can we leverage as much value for that customer and indeed for ourselves? We have to understand consumers and shoppers, what's their behaviour in terms of demanding relevant products from our customers.
Food scientists and food technologists are absolutely vital to the lifeblood of our companies. Our industry sector will depend on that.
Research and development at Macphie is day in, day out involved in helping, advising, assisting our customers meet their end customer and consumer needs. In the area of health and well-being, we're often involved in recipe changes, recipe re-engineering to make recipes healthier to better meet the end customer and consumer needs.
There's a lot of new products going out, nearly one for every working day of the year. But if you consider the food trends and the menu cycles, that can only be expected by our customers and by the consumer. So yes, we spend millions every year on new product development.
Product development is inherently important. But essentially you have to be understanding of the relevance of the marketplace. What is relevant today and how do we make sure that the portfolio of products that we have is as good as it possibly can be? And that is where the big investment comes. That's where we have to ring fence and approach a longer term view on things. Our business is founded on three main principles, and it's industry, land and community, all supporting each other. Sustainability to us is about sustainability of a profitable business going forward while being responsible ancestors.
What we had previously was 2 fuel oil boilers which burned kerosene and supplied steam to the factory, and we've now replaced that with 1 biomass boiler that burns wood chips and supplies steam to the factory. We class it as a carbon neutral fuel. When a tree is growing, it uses up carbon dioxide. It's then cut down, we get some of the offcuts here and we burn them. And while it does give out carbon dioxide, the two balance each other out, and it means that we're not actually putting out any additional carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. The steam produced from the plant is used throughout the factory. We're currently looking at other ways of using some of the excess steam on site, for example heating buildings or using it for other purposes. The chips come from a local sawmill where they make pallets. All the wood comes from local forests where possible, and it's also sustainable forests as well.
We were the first food business in Scotland to have a biomass boiler. We are going to erect 2 or 3 wind turbines. We're going to be self-sufficient in heat and power. But the purpose isn't necessarily to be green, it is cost effective.
It is absolutely important for every company in every industry sector to invest in their people, and they will get a return on that investment. You can build the finest buildings and have the best equipment, and you have worked out your capital expenditure. You invent a product or a service and you cost that for your customers. But all of that's worthless without the people to do it. At one time, I would have thought investors in people was only a stamp for best practice, but now I think the younger generation actually look for proof that a company invests in its people. We start encouraging young people to see what our company has to offer and what the industry has to offer by starting them from primary school age, looking at the science in food, looking at our processes and our products, and understanding that these are exciting products and that they are fun. Young people today also want fun at work. And some people think those two words don't sit side by side, but we do. Because if you've got people happy at work, they will produce innovative products for you.
The food industry is our bread and butter, and therefore how do you get kids involved in the food industry? And we have today a primary school coming to actually spend half a day looking at what is involved in food manufacturing.
Some of these children come here and they will actually say, we want to work here. And now we are reaping the benefits of that. We have 6 apprentices at the moment. Every single one, their first encounter with us was through something like the Schools Challenge.
I learned how they develop all the foods and the powders and how they package it, and it was pretty impressive.
We have a goal of doubling the size of the business in the next 10 years. We need to have closer collaboration with other businesses. We need to diversify into new markets, new product sectors, not just here in the UK but abroad. And I think that is very realistic.